What's going on, swim fans? Welcome to Tokyo, Japan. We just completed night number 1 of the Tokyo Olympic Games. That's right, we've been waiting 5 years for this. Today kicked off 8 days of straight swimming competition from the pool. Absolutely electrifying, and certainly we did not disappoint on night number 1. In this video, we're going to go ahead and look at all of the races. There they are. Just put them on the screen. Where are they? I'm pointing the wrong way. There they are, right there. So we have the men's 400 IM. That was a final. Then the women's 100 fly semifinal. The men's 400 meter freestyle final. The women's 400 medley, individual medley final. The men's 100 breaststroke, 2 semifinals of that. And then we capped it off with an incredible performance in the women's 4x1 freestyle relay. A lot to get through. Let's go ahead and break it down. We do have some fun video content here planned for you, but let's go ahead and pull up some comments. Let me know in the live chat where you guys are joining me from. Global community, excuse me, here at MySwimPro. Let's go ahead and pull on some comments. It's only semifinals. No, we had finals. But PD said he would go 56-1. All right, kid, we'll get into that very shortly. Pull on some comments. 400 free was so good. I agree. From India, what's going on? Let me go ahead and pull up the first result. Was the men's 400 IM. There is the results. We had our champion, Chase Kalish of the United States. The times weren't that fast, but it was pretty cool to see the race unfold. Chase Kalish is a breaststroker. To see him put it together in the final, that was his dream in the interview after the race. He was so pumped up about that. And, you know, following in the footsteps of greatness, Michael Phelps was commentating, training partner of Kalish from back in the day. So that was really cool to see that. Hello, Karen from the Silicon Valley. Hello from Jamaica. That's awesome. All right, so we're going to go ahead. Hello from Brazil. Great transmission. That's good. That's awesome. So we have a global community here looking at the results here on the side. You can see how tight the race was, and the Americans go 1-2 to get 2 medals to kick things off. That's pretty amazing to go gold and silver. Smith, who was the top seed after the prelims, ended up getting bronze with a 410.38. We have a really fun animation. Shout out to the New York Times, actually. We're going to go ahead and play this. We're going to get rid of this on the screen. I'm also going to get rid of myself temporarily. And then we're going to play something really, really cool. Stay tuned for this. Don't go anywhere. This is the 400 IM animated replay in 8x speed. So this is really, really interesting. And they're off. Look how fast they're swimming. You can even get the reaction time out in the 25.7. Look at them go. And they're off. Look at how fast they're swimming. Go, 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 go. They're swimming at 8x speed right now. And you can see Kalish really making his move on the breaststroke there. He's got the lead. He turns in 2:34 with 150 to go. He's pulling ahead with his lead in the breaststroke with 100 meters to go. They're chasing him down, but they don't have enough room. 3:39.77. He's going to come in. He's an Olympic champion. There's Chase Kalish, 4:09.42. I know that was super fast, 8x speed. Let's watch it one more time because that was crazy. Here we go. Let's watch it one more time. And 3, 2, 1, go. They're off. They're swimming the butterfly. Look at these animations. If you imagine if a pool was 1/8 the speed, this is what it would look like. Shout out to New York Times. This is really cool. Look at them go. And they're doing backstroke. It looks like freestyle. Kalish had it. You know, I think if any of these guys had a chance, they needed to be way ahead of Kalish going into the breaststroke because he outsplits everyone on the breaststroke. He split a 34.0, 35.1, certainly faster than the rest of the field. The 4th place finisher was close with a 35 split as well. But, you know, when you look at the overall times, actually not that fast. So, you know, I called it in the pre-show. I called it that we were going to see a 4:06 or 4:07 that would win this event, and we weren't anything close to that. I mean, 4:09.4 is sort of a pedestrian time. But we talked about this in the pre-show. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so you know about our next videos coming up. But I talked about how at this level, the times don't actually matter that much. What matters is how you perform at that moment, who can put their wall on the hand first, and who's going to walk away with gold, silver, and bronze. You're racing for your country. Everything is on the line. And it's really interesting to see, something like this in animation where, you remove the individual and you look at the place and the order and you see Kalish right there. He didn't have the lead. The Australians were leading in the beginning, but it doesn't really matter. The time doesn't matter. The time was slow. You see these guys finish. They're racing hard. That's amazing. And again, shout out to New York Times for this cool animation. Let's go ahead and get into the next event. So next event we have here is the women's 100 butterfly. This is the semifinal number 1. So going through the events, we had in this semifinal Mary Waddle from France, 56.16. Remember, the world record holder was in the second semifinal. She was 55.4 is the world record from the Olympics in 2016. Remember, in the semifinal, the goal is to get into the top 8. And it looks like the top few swimmers here were no problem to make that. We're going to see the final of this event tomorrow night. And it's going to be really, really exciting because a lot can happen in 100. Especially when you have all these different storylines, whether it's the French swimmer Emma McKeon, 56.3. She's been 55. Can she dip under the world record? Are these ladies saving something in the semifinal for the final tomorrow? I don't know. The times today did not really impress me too much, but we'll see if they're saving anything. There's Tori Husk, 56.5. We saw her at the U.S. trials go a 55 pretty comfortably. Can she do it again? Can she go faster? This is semifinal number 2. I just transitioned the screen, and here you can see Sarah Hoistrom, the world record holder in this event. She is second in the semifinal, 56.40. I'm really interested to see if she can go a lot faster. She broke her elbow in February. I mean, can you imagine breaking your elbow the year of the Olympic Games? That's got to suck, right? So, the Chinese swimmer, though, Yufi Zhang, 55.89, and we could see several swimmers go 55, even several swimmers dip under the world record tomorrow in that women's 100 butterfly. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Emma saved it for the relay, potentially. I could see that happening. Shout out to Canada. Yeah, Canadians representing in the house. Love it. So let's go ahead and get into the next event. Next event was the men's 400-meter freestyle. This was absolutely electrifying. I mean, who is Ahmed Afnayoumi? I mean, this guy stepped up, 18 years old, from Tunisia. First gold medal in this event for Tunisia. Second gold medal in swimming at all. Usmaluli won the 1500 back in 2008 in Beijing, and then in 2012 or 16, I believe, he was able to win the 10K open water. So outside of him, Tunisia hasn't seen a swimmer, and this was quite an upset. I mean, what a monster swim for this 18-year-old. He had the lead pretty much the whole way, and if you see his reaction after the race, he was going nuts, and that's awesome. His name is Ahmed Hafnayoui. Let's see his name. Ahmed Hafnayoui. Awesome. Congratulations. Alf Mabruk. So after the men's 400-meter freestyle, we had the women's 400 individual medley where we saw Katinka Hosu miss the podium. She is the world record holder in this event. I called it that you can't ignore her, the world record holder in this event, especially when you consider the fact that her best time is a 4:26. Look at these top times that these ladies put up. I mean, none of them were that fast. I mean, 4:32.0, they were out ahead of the world record line or just on pace with it early on in the very, very beginning, but they fell off really quick, and Katinka Hosu was part of that falling off. But how about Japan's Yui Ohashi from Japan, and she took home the gold for her homeland, and that's got to be very, very exciting. Emma Wyatt from the United States came in second. Haley Flickener, 2-3 finish for the Americans to get the silver and bronze medal. The United States racking up the medals in the individual 400 IM. We saw Kalish and Litherland go 1-2, gold, silver. Here, 2 more medals. It's not gold. That goes to the Japanese home swimmer. Katinka Hosu was 5th. That's got to be devastating when that's your best event, basically, and she doesn't even make the podium. She was swimming down there in lane 1, but she gave it her all. She gave it her all. We'll see her back in the 200 IM, some other events as well, but she couldn't get it done in the 400 IM. Next up, we had the men's 100 breaststroke semifinal number 1. We got to see Kaminga. Kaminga was slower in the semifinal than he was in the prelims. He was a 57 mid in the prelims, a little bit slower. I would have liked to have seen another 57, but he's going to give a push for Petey. Petey looked really, really good in this event. I don't think anyone's going to touch him tomorrow night in the final. I think it's going to be a one-man race. The question becomes, can he break his own world record? I think he can. I think he just needs to clean up a few things in the stroke. He might end up going 57 low. If he goes 57 low and Kaminga does what he did in the prelim, Petey's still going to win this event. A lot of international swimmers here in the first semifinal. When you look at the second semifinal, there's Petey with the top time, 57.6. That means he went 57 twice already in the prelim and the semifinal. I would love to see someone break the world record in this event. The only one who's capable right now, it looks like, is Adam Petey. And the 2 Americans did slide into the final. So Michael Andrew can take down Petey. Bob Olson, that is a big claim. That is a big, big claim. This is a great comment here. No fans in the stands will make for a great platform for upsets. 400 free is a great example of that. Exactly. Ahmed stepped up. He made it happen, and he really showed the world that he is the best in the world in the 400 freestyle. So that's pretty cool. Shout out to all the fans in India. Sajan. So I actually interviewed him. There's an interview on their channel. Make sure you scope it out. But shout out to India. I believe he's the only Indian swimmer to ever qualify with an A qualifying time for the Olympics. So that's a really big deal. Oh, man. No one can beat Petey. Yeah, Jennifer, I'm with you on this. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to beat Petey in this event. Just because he is so dominant. Andrew is good and very good, but Petey is Petey. Yeah, I don't think anyone's arguing with that statement. Adam Petey is the man to watch. All right, let's keep things moving. We get into the final race of the session, and that was the women's 4x1 freestyle relay. The Australians absolutely obliterated the field, and I think we were expecting that. I don't think anyone should be surprised. Coming into the Olympics, the Australian woman had the 4 fastest times in the world in the 100 freestyle. So to think that they weren't going to win this relay is a little foolish. Yes, the Americans can step up on relays. The Swedes were in there, Canada, of course, the Netherlands, Great Britain. Everyone was in there. But at the end of the day, this was a world record performance for the Australians. Let me go ahead and read off some of these splits. Mind-blowing. We had Bronte Campbell led off in a 53.0. Yes, world record. Okay, so Campbell led off in a 53.0. Then we had Meg Harris, 53.09. And then we had Emma McKeon, 51.3. 51.35. Then we had Kate Campbell, 52.2. So all of the ladies stepped up. Some of them, it could have been a little bit faster, actually, especially on the front half. But you cannot deny Emma McKeon splitting a 51.3. They break the world record. Total time, 329.69. The world record by the Australians was a 330.0. I thought maybe they could even go even faster, but it doesn't matter. They won the gold. They broke the world record. Coming in second was Canada, Team Canada. Penny Alexiak split a 52.2 to beat the American Simone Manuel, who split a 52.96. And it came down to 3/100ths of a second. If you see it right there in the results, very, very close. The Canadians were 332.78 for the silver medal. The Americans, 332.81. but it was even close behind them. The Netherlands came in fourth with a 3:33.7. Femke Hemskert with a 52.0 on the anchor, but that wasn't good enough to make the podium. And how about Great Britain? A lot of early speed. They had a 53.1 leadoff, but that wasn't enough. They were 3:33.9. The Americans dropped a ton of time between the prelims and the finals, but it doesn't matter because the Canadians and the Australians really stepped up. Fun to see a bit of a push to bring back the rivalry of the U.S. and Australia. Absolutely. I think not only in the relays, but also in the individual events. Obviously we think about Caleb Dressel and Kyle Chalmers. We think about the men's 4x2 relay, the men's 4x1 relay, the medley relay. On both the men and the women's side, there's going to be a lot of rivalry between the Americans and the Australians as well. Here's a great one. Jason Lezak swam a 46.06, and no one thought that he could beat Elaine Bernard, but he did. That's a great example where people can have these out-of-body experiences. They step up and they show the world that they can take it to the next level. So it's going to be, yes, can't wait to see how it plays out. I agree. I see Canada at the Olympics is doing great. Eduardo, correct. I think Penny Alexiak anchoring and getting ahead of the Americans was huge for the confidence of everything going on the Canadian team. So that's going to help out a lot. Great in the 100 back. Yep. Okay. The Aussies earned it. Absolutely. If there was a dominant swim of the day, it was definitely the Australians winning that 4x1 relay, and they absolutely crushed it. To be honest, I thought they would crush it by even more. I thought they'd win by like 3 body lengths. But hey, you know what? I think the Americans did actually better than, I'm an American myself, so go Team USA. But I think they actually stepped up and really performed the best that they could with the team that they had. And when you have 4 of the best people in the world swimming on one team, that is Australia, it's really hard to compete with that, right? It's not an easy thing here. Okay. It's just not in the cards for Andrew. He's not even swimming as fast as he was at trials. All right, this is a fair comment. We're going back to the 100 breaststroke right now. So what's happening right now in terms of the talk is all about, can Adam Peaty be dethroned? That is the question. I think it's possible. Obviously, anything is possible on any day, but we'll see. Swim of the day was the 400-meter freestyle. I hope we see more underdogs win. Jill, I am with you 100% on this. To see a swimmer from Tunisia, Ahmed, just came in and destroyed the field from the outside smoke, not the favorite. No one was talking about him. I had never even heard of this kid until I was reading the lineup of the top 8. He's only 18 years old, born in the year 2002. So if you're watching this and you were born before the year 2000, like myself, yeah, feel old because the kid born in 2002 just won the gold medal in the 400-meter freestyle, and he was pretty pumped up about it. So that was definitely the highlight upset of the evening in this session of play. So that was really, really cool. Kuminga might do it if he is focused. I think Kuminga has to put together the best race of his life, and Peaty has to take a misstep for him to lose. If Peaty takes a misstep, he has, a bad start, his technique is off, his timing, he forces it, whatever. And then Kuminga puts together the best swim of his life and goes 57.2, 57.3. Adam Peaty goes basically the same time that he just went, 57 mid. Peaty's going to lose. He's not invincible per se, but anything can happen. Are you going to do a pre-race for this evening? So Jennifer asked a good question. If you guys are new here, what's going on? My name is Faris Sabeti, co-founder and CEO of MySwimPro. Here at the Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan, we're giving you guys a pre-show and a post-show. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the notification bell. Every night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be going live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So if you want to be a part of it, make sure you're following us on all of our social media. Again, hit that notification bell, and we'll be doing the pre-show at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 30 minutes before the start of the final session. I'll be doing a recap of what happened in the preliminaries, so that way we know what's going on in that final session. At the conclusion of every final session, like what we're doing right now, I'm going to do a race-by-race replay and talk about all the different events that just happened and, whether it was a world record or any upsets, break down the analysis, show some splits. If we have interesting content or replays, I'll put that on screen for you guys, and I want to hear your predictions. So if you guys want to let me know who you think is going to win, who's going to lose, what are the most significant races that you guys saw or are looking forward to seeing, let me know in the comments of the live chat and in the comments down below. Nicholas says, keep up the great work. Well, you keep showing up, and we're going to do that. We want to deliver for you guys. So hope you guys are enjoying the stream, and can't wait to see Caleb Dressel swim on Monday. Yeah, that's going to be amazing. 400 IM times were slower. Can we redo it and give Carson Foster? Yeah, so I hope you guys, what's happening here, Carson Foster put up the fastest time in the world. He went a 4:08 earlier today, not at the Olympic Games. So it's got to feel painful when you know that you went a time faster than everyone went at the Olympic final, but you're not even on the Olympic team. So that's got to hurt. We're talking about a swimmer from the United States who didn't qualify for the event, and that's how the Olympic Games works. You've got to qualify at the Olympic trials. You got to be top 2 in a country like the United States and Australia and Great Britain, where it's so competitive just to make the team. That can be a challenge in itself. And then once you get to the games, you've got to step up and perform. The times don't matter once you get to the Olympic Games. It's all about place. You got to get your hand on the wall first. And this is a perfect example where the top swimmer in the world was not on TV and no one was talking about it. So unfortunately, that's how it played out for him. Fortunately for the other athletes, he wasn't in the final to spoil the party. So that's sort of what happens, and it's really, really exciting. Welcome to U.S. Olympic trials. Yeah, absolutely. This is really, really challenging. Okay. Oh, boy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. Thanks again for tuning in. It's getting pretty late in the United States. We'll catch you guys at the next live stream, which will be tomorrow evening. I might throw in some additional live streams during the day. So, again, make sure you hit that notification bell, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace.